Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm so excited because I'm doing a first impression week review on the new PhotoFocus Foundation, Concealer, and Pressed Powder from Wet n Wild. And I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to see this video. I'm going to use a makeup sponge on one side, and then I'm going to also use a makeup brush on the other, so we can see if maybe the foundation works better with like a sponge or with a brush. Now with this Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Foundation, it's supposed to not give you any photography flashback. Actually, all three of these products are supposed to do that. With the foundation, it does come with this little spatula thing, and I don't know if you're necessarily supposed to use this on your face or if it's just in there so whenever you get low on the foundation you can scrape it out. I'm not really quite for sure what its use is because it doesn't really say on the packaging. And the shade that I picked up in this is in the color Soft Ivory. So the foundation is somewhat runny. It's not super runny. And it's not like super thick, so it's kind of in between. During my haul, I had gotten another foundation shade and it was like not the right shade for me, so I had to go out and get a different shade. I'm just gonna go in with the makeup sponge on this side, which maybe I should have waited instead of dotting it all over my face. I was not thinking. I just am so used to doing that because that's how I do my makeup on an everyday basis that I just went in and dotted it everywhere. So I'm just gonna try to blend it in really fast in case it sets up quick. So this shade does seem like a little light at first, but I know that it did kind of oxidate on my hand a little bit, so I'm pretty sure this shade will match good once it kind of settles onto my skin. With the makeup sponge, it blends like really nice and everything. It was easy to blend out. And it looks like it has a good like medium to full coverage. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Sigma Flat Angle Kabuki F88 to blend in this other side. I'm gonna bring my mirror just slightly closer to me so I can see what's going on. I actually feel that I got better coverage with the makeup sponge than with the makeup brush. So I don't know if my brush is like soaking up more product or what that situation is. Using the brush like on this side, it's kind of clinging to some dry areas that I have up here, whereas with the sponge, I don't see that. So I don't know, I think I like applying it with the sponge better than a brush, at least just from first off, like first impression wise. Okay, then I'm just gonna go back in certain areas and see if it builds up okay. Sorry if my mirror is like a distraction in the frame, but I need it closer so I can see what I'm doing. It is getting a little cakey with the second layer, so I would say this isn't like the best buildable foundation. Yeah, I would definitely say just go in with the one coat and don't layer it up. So since I did layer this side, I am gonna have to layer the other side just so it looks even. Yeah, I really am not a fan of using makeup brushes anymore. I just like the way foundation looks when you use a makeup sponge. I just feel like it looks a lot more flawless. I'm just gonna go in with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. Yeah, the concealer doesn't seem like super moisturizing. It does seem like a little bit more of like a dry formula. And I'm just gonna use my little mini Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I already dampened it off camera, to blend this in. It seems like that blended in really good and did conceal my dark under eye circle. I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two. And just looking at it right now, it doesn't look like it's settling into fine lines or anything like that, but I'll see, you know, how it holds up throughout the day. As you can see, like with the foundation, at least I hope you can see, with the foundation and concealer, it's very matte. I don't find that the concealer or foundation has any like dewiness to it. Like it just is very matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the pressed powder, the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus pressed powder. And I'm just gonna lightly set this foundation with this powder, and then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder to set the concealer. So I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. So I'm just gonna show you guys the time, and I'll come back with at least 2 check-ins just to show you guys how the foundation and concealer and everything, to show you guys how everything's holding up. So if you look at my phone, right now it is 12:37, so I will see you guys later on this afternoon. Hey guys, I just made it back home. I just got done running some errands. I have my cooler upside down back there. So it is 2:35 p.m. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, I feel like this foundation, hopefully you guys can see it. I'm trying to show it to you in different lightings than just with my filming lights. Like it's holding up pretty good. I mean, it's kind of rubbing off my blemishes a little, but not too bad. And I feel like the coverage is really good on this. It's not getting shiny at all. Like those shiny spots are just from my highlighter. And yeah, I'm really liking this foundation and concealer so far. And the powder, like I'm liking all of it. So I'll come back later today or later tonight or whatever and give you like my final little check-in before I come back a week later. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this. So yeah. I'm back, and as you can see on my phone, it is 7:55 p.m. So I think it's been about 7 hours or so since, you know, I did the first impression portion to this video. And after a couple of hours, whenever I did my update in the car, like the foundation and concealer, it all looked really good. But now, I'm going to zoom you guys in to see if you can tell. But I don't know if you can see how it's like worn off, like right here on my nose. And then up here on my forehead, I don't know if you can see it or not, but like where my skin is like a little dry, it's definitely like kind of clinging to those areas up here. And I feel like it doesn't really matter between the side that I use with the brush or a sponge. I feel like both sides look the same. Like I don't know if you can see where it's kind of like settling weird, like right here on my cheek and like around my chin, like where I have these breakouts, and it's just kind of like settling where I have my acne scars. So this foundation is not like a very long wearing foundation, at least today it's not. I don't know if maybe if I used it with like a primer or set it with like a makeup setting spray, or maybe if I didn't go in with like two layers of the foundation and just did like one thin layer, maybe I'd have better luck with it. And as you can see, like it rubbed off my blemishes. With the concealer, I don't really feel like it's very long wearing either. I don't know if you can see. I'll just zoom in. Like where it's like broken up, like here. I don't know if you can see on my forehead there close up. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by this foundation. I thought it was going to be a very like long wearing type of foundation. Like I thought it was going to be like the Revlon Color Stay. At least that's how it seemed at the beginning, but now it's not lasting. So I'll definitely use it over this week and see if my thoughts change on it, or if maybe I find a way to make it last longer. So yeah, that is my update on this. And I also like changed my shirt and everything. So I'm like all comfy at home. So yeah, just to show you guys the date, it is January the 18th. So I will see you guys here in a week. Also too, I was gonna show you guys this, like if you touch this foundation, like it just like rubs right off. Like if you go like this, like you can just see like where it just rubs off of your face. So I mean, I know like if you have a foundation on, you shouldn't like really rub it like that, but I feel like with other foundations you can be like a little more rough with them and they don't like rub off. So like this foundation transfers really bad too. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is January the 25th. So it has been a week. Sorry, my camera was out of focus. It has been a week since I've been using all of these new Wet n Wild products, the foundation, concealer, and powder. So to give you guys my final thoughts on these products. So with the foundation and really with the concealer, I had such high hopes for these products that I was totally let down. Like this foundation, and it's so sad because I love Wet n Wild so much that it really makes me sad because I really wanted to love these two products so much, but they just did not do what I wanted them to do. So with the foundation, whenever you first apply it, like I know in the first impression to this video, the first part of this video, I kind of applied like a lot of this foundation that day. So I thought maybe it was because I used a lot of the foundation, the reason why it was like settling weird and, you know, just looking really strange. But I have tried to use this thing with like different primers. Like I've used this Milani Prime and Light. I've used the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. I've also set it with like makeup setting sprays, like the Milani Make It Last Makeup Setting Spray. And it just does not last. When you first apply the foundation, like whenever you apply it with like a thinner layer, it does look a lot better. And when you first apply it, it reminds me a lot of the Revlon Color Stay. Like it just looks, sorry, I have like a hair in my mouth. It has just a very nice full coverage look to it. Like it just makes your skin look really perfected, but it just does not last throughout the day. Like after about 5 or 6 hours of you wearing it, it really starts to just break up on the skin. It kind of settles, you know, into pores, and it doesn't set very well. Like it kind of stays sort of tacky or something, even when you set it with the powder. Like I tried to set it with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable powder because you guys know that this is like my ride or die powder. I use it all the time. I just love that. And it just didn't set this foundation. Like it just, nothing, I couldn't find anything to make it last, no matter if I did like a thin layer, like, you know, it just didn't really matter. So yeah, this just, I would probably only give this like a 2-star rating because it just doesn't last on the skin and it breaks up weird. It settles strange. It, you know, transfers. So yeah, not a fan of this. Maybe if you guys have some way of like making this last, you'll have to let me know down in the comments because I want to really like this, but I just don't. And then with the concealer, it's just not my favorite concealer. Like I still love my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer way better than this. And I also like my Maybelline Fit Me better than this. Like when you first apply it, it looks really pretty, just like the foundation, but it just does not have a long wear time. Even when you set it, I feel like I'm looking all over the place because I'm looking for products. I'm sorry. Even when you set it with like the e.l.f., when I set it with my e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder, which is like my ride or die under eye setting powder, it just doesn't last. Like if you set it, don't set it, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I wish that these products would last. Wet n Wild, make these last. And I will love these. With the powder was actually okay. I don't necessarily have any issues with the powder. I wouldn't say that I like it better than my L'Oreal True Match powder. Like I still think this is my favorite, but this is definitely worth trying. If you need a new face powder, I think it's nice. I would give this like a 4-star rating. I don't see anything wrong with it. With the concealer, I would only give this like a 2-star rating as well. Like I just wasn't a fan, and I just hate that because I love Wet n Wild so much. So yeah, those are my final thoughts and reviews on those 3 Wet n Wild products. If you guys have used these products, let me know down in the comments like what your experience was with these products, like what you think about them. Maybe they really work for you. I mean, my skin type is normal to dry, so you'd think that they would last on me because I do not have oily skin at all. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it did last a little better when I used a makeup setting spray, but it still didn't last, so I don't know. So disappointing. But if you guys did enjoy this week review video for me, please let me know, give it a thumbs up, or let me know down in the comments. And I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.